Are we live? We should be. Hey, folks. Okay, I gotta do this. Um, let's see what has changed. Okay, so it seems they're still stuck, and we're just gonna have to do a little bit of work here to figure out what's going on. So this length keeps going up. To provide a little bit of context here, Captain in Discord, this guy, has submitted a pretty cool environment. It is a physics-based arena shooter. Hey, how's it going, man? So what we're going to be doing right now is trying to help him debug it. This is like pretty typical situation in reinforcement learning. You have an environment, it's not as fast as you want it to be, and it's not training. So we caught one major bug already, which was actually a PufferLib bug for once. And then we're going to see what else we can figure out from here. So let me think. Now, the one thing that's a little bit annoying here is that the structure of this code is, it's not exactly as simple as I would like it to be. So typically we just put all the code in one .h file. There are a lot of them, and I don't fully know the structure of it. But I believe compute rewards, shot hit reward, some rewards. Hey, Captain. Overview of the structure. Sure, I'm happy to jump in. I can even get you on voice if you are wanting to do that here. I thought you were out for an errand. Yeah, so win reward, kill reward, and then shot hit reward. Errand was delegated. Very good. Let me see if I can figure out how to get you on the stream. That would be a fun thing to do, if you're comfortable doing that. I don't know, I just stream everything by default because it's easy. Let me see if I turn this. And I get in Discord. That probably works. Test. Let me see. Input. It doesn't like it when you use the same mic for two things, apparently. But that's fine. I have this nice headset. I have this nice headset for voice. Output. Try this. Yeah, that should work. Cool. I will be in here. I'm trying to think what it would be initially. things that could be wrong. Hey, Captain.
Hey, all right, I'll go ahead and,
Perfect. I can
and
hear you, and I think stream can as well.
lem-
People can let me know if you're hearing double or whatever. I see bets on the stream. Um, so
yep,
I saw there wasn't really
I
any
can hear
like
it. Just
sweet progress,
stream
right?
is delayed by a bit.
Well, you don't need this. You don't need the stream on if you're hearing voice with me, right? Just
No, I
mute the
guess
stream.
not.
Yeah,
I
just
mean, I
mute the
was just
stream. You're gonna be hearing double.
oh, I muted it. Just I was just thinking so I could see what see your
Oh, it's
screen.
gonna be a few seconds delayed. It's probably the quickest on Twitch. I can also probably can I double this? I think this machine's probably good enough to double. Hold on. If this doesn't work and I have to reboot my machine, you'll know why. But I will try to screen share this as well. Well, actually, yeah, I don't even need this virtual cam. Cool. So now I have this streaming. Um, so you said that it typically learns to not fire any bullets if you have bad hyperparameters. That doesn't really make
Um,
much sense to me.
so on the sweep I've been running with your fix, like the actions fix, that's not the case anymore, at least from what I've been seeing. Let me
Does
send
it
you the
work?
current
Do
sweep.
you have some good parameters for me?
I'm not say good parameters, but I mean, it looks a little better.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna have to do
let
some
me see.
accounting on all these boxes lately to see if I can spot you a box.
Yeah, that's
Because you're
fine.
doing some good work here.
I've
It's
been
mostly I just
running
need that
sweeps
guy. I
on
need
mods
that guy to
too.
finish solving Pokemon so we can get 4 of them back.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
nice, but probably won't be for a bit.
That's all right. That's a really cool project.
All right, I sent it in the general chat channel. I can send it somewhere else if that's easier.
So,
Or
oh, the
sorry, like
voice chat.
the voice. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. And this is generally how I like doing stuff because, like, I have you build this environment, and then you get to see how I look at stuff and how I generally debug
Hmm.
stuff in RL. So this looks a lot healthier than before. So before it was really, really sparse. We had like a couple things that seemed like they were working. I don't even know how that's possible, by the way, that you were getting anything to work with the actions being that messed up. Um, but this looks, I mean, possibly healthier. I don't know how this compares to random. So we'll see on that. Let's see. Entropy. It's the best one. We've got 0009. Yeah, that's fine. Low entropy, but fine. Lambda's fine. Gamma's a bit low. How many steps per second does this environment take? And by that I mean, like if you were to play 1 second of the game, right, like in real time, how many observations is that?
Oh, so I do a frame skip before, so I
15?
guess like 20 or
Is
15,
it
yeah.
okay? Yeah. So a gamma that's at 0.85 is kind of insane
Yeah, I
if you
know
think about
does
it,
seem pretty low.
because that just means like okay, you get like 4 or 5 step look ahead. So this thing has got a effective horizon of about a quarter of a second,
Yeah,
which
that's like
really doesn't
nothing.
make any sense for your environment, right? If this were like Connect 4, this would make total sense. You see?
Mm-hmm. No, I
Um,
agree. I mean, it's supposed to be like 95 and above, but
oh,
usually,
that's
right?
still ridiculous because again, 95 is 20, so it's still like less than, it's like a little over a second, right? So here, what do we have here? So we've got, these charts don't tell us much.
Yeah, those aren't really important.
I don't know what this best obs is.
Oh,
Logging some
if
weird
you
things.
if you change like the user at the top, like the NW query parameter to like cap and space look, it should show it to be cleaner because I've like customized the charts and
How do you
stuff.
do that?
So at the very top, like in the URL, I don't know how else to do it. So where it
Oh,
says
that's
NW,
weird. Huh.
yeah, if you just remove the NW user, like just change J Suarez at the very end,
Yeah, I know. I'm
the
getting
very
there.
end of the URL. Okay. Yeah, just change it with cap and space hook and yeah, let's see if that works. Perfect. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so distance traveled goes up.
Yeah, so I made an absolute difference distance because distance traveled is just if it's basically shaking back and forth, but
That
net
goes up.
distance is like, yeah, not going much. You can see how they're a lot different.
Well, that's just going to
Absolutely.
happen because look at the length.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
what's the
this
criterion here for length?
just amount of steps, and that's like raw steps, like in like not so
So are they
if you're
surviving
doing
longer?
I, I guess, yeah. But I
There's
eval'd this and it still is kind of weird.
and there's no death penalty from what I saw.
There's no death penalty, but there is a reward for winning, basically.
Hmm,
Yeah, I can add
interesting.
back the death penalty. I just wasn't sure if it was like gonna make agents too scared or something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think I saw you looking at rewards earlier. The rewards right now are really simple. I don't know how good they are, but because this game, you're trying to push your opponents into walls, and I was trying to figure out a reward such that you're not like basically signaling like, okay, if you hit them with like say a sniper rifle, that you're moving them a lot, but that's one shot, so you should be rewarded more, but you should also like not be rewarded like a ton
Mm-hmm.
if you hit them a bunch of times with like a weak weapon like a machine gun.
I
So
think
I
that what's going
thought,
to happen is you're going to use these initially to get it going, and then eventually, once we figure out what's wrong, you're not even going to need those rewards. Um,
Right. We don't want a reward for just shooting.
yeah.
yeah. Well, it's
So
not it's rewarding for hitting the opponent, but yeah, ideally
yeah,
there
but then
wouldn't.
they could like learn to just like keep shooting at each other and like pushing each other back a little bit, and like they can do weird
Right.
stuff. I think like
Yeah.
win loss is good, and then stuff that's like very clearly not gameable therein is good. Like maybe like getting you get like a reward for like getting the pickups or whatever. Um, we'll see about that. But in any event, how do I play this thing? Like how do I just
Sure.
make the C build?
Okay, so make sure you switch to master and then just pull. So I like merged everything into master and fixed
I
like a
can
few
do that. I
things.
did already set up all this like compiler shenanigans.
Yeah. So I fixed that. You shouldn't need to worry about that.
And okay,
What do you change?
this was just the old messing with
Oh, okay.
multi-discrete. To
Fair.
be fair, we
Yeah.
haven't tested continuous super extensively. I can ask Kyung if he did anything with that.
Yeah, I can try multi-discrete actions and see if that helps at all. Okay.
Did you change the default branch back to master?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah.
That's funny. I
Because
know it's funny as hell.
yeah, I copied clean Puffer RL or whatever back when I started porting Super Mario Land environment to Puffer, which is a while
Yeah,
ago, and I just didn't update it. So yeah.
that's
Um,
fair. That's funny.
so make debug demo, debug hyphen demo, and then yeah. Oh, that's right. I did not actually. I think.
What are your thoughts on 1,000 line version of Box 2D at some point that's just one file so that we
Yes,
don't have to fucking
please.
deal with this mess?
Yes, please.
I mean, that'd be nice, but it'd probably be there's got to be some automated way to hopefully take something like Box2D and create like a single header file. Because if we can do that in
I
automated
mean, I think we
fashion,
could just make it smaller. Like, there's a bunch of stuff in that library we don't need.
I mean, sure, but then that's gonna make it hard to keep up, like make it keep up to date with upstream, and we don't want to like diverge too far. Because I
Upstream
mean,
what?
like
Box 2D?
upstream, yeah.
Ah, this is C. We don't care. If it's stable, it's stable. That's a
I
super old
mean,
project. Box 2D's been stable forever.
yeah, but they just came out with a near major version like a couple months ago and changed a
Uh,
lot.
alright.
They actually moved from C++ to C like in August, I think.
That's the only reason we're using it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now how do I run this thing?
Um, so you
Commence
can let
executable?
me let me push really quick because I actually just have to, like you can just run it right now. So it's in debug demo, just demo. So just run debug demo. Yeah.
Ooh.
So again, you can try doing it with mouse and keyboard, but it's gonna kind of suck.
Well, first of all, the keys are backward. No, the keys are not backwards. That just the
Yeah,
indicator's weird.
Yeah.
so that's from the original game. It makes sense to me. I can maybe change it if everyone disagrees, but it's like it's acting
It's
like a
really
thruster.
slow, isn't it?
So yeah, that's the point. So start shooting.
It's not
It's
slow. It's too fast, if anything.
Well, the
so
movement.
pick,
Oh, there we go.
You just
I
lost.
ran into the
so
wall. I
pick up
know.
a weapon, and then it'll start getting a lot faster. So the thing is, your movement is intentionally slow because your movement is like I, most of your movement comes from recoil. So you shoot something with that.
Holy.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, Gabe.
Hello, what's up?
Look at this.
Hey, you are currently on stream for reference. Just letting people know. Welcome as well. Oh yeah. You're the guy working on Pac-Man, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome. We're currently trying to debug this env of captains. This is so cool. By the way, this CLI. What's this do? Oh.
That's the
encoder.
encoder.
That's cool. This CLI doesn't do this game justice at all. We should make something like way, not CLI. This client doesn't do the game justice at all. We should do something like way cooler for you. Whoa.
What is the game?
Did it's I'm streaming it here. It's the
Yeah.
physics. It's like this physics shooter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's based off of Retrograde Arena. It's not a super popular game,
sniper.
but it's free to play in Steam and Switch. It's pretty fun.
There we go.
Nice.
You just won. Good job, Joseph.
Yeah, I see. So can we check rewards somehow here? Is there print rewards?
Yeah, it should be logging them.
Oh, I see. It is logging them. Does it log all of them?
Yeah, every time a non-zero reward happens, it shows it.
Picked up
And-
weapon.
So that's not a reward. It'll say like reward. That's just like sanity checking me, making sure I get the logging stats correctly, which they are, but as far as I know, at least.
Whoa.
Yeah. So the thing about this game is, you have to like ideally, if you're shooting, say up,
Where's
you
my
want to be
reward?
also.
One.
Yeah, one. So I issue one right now if you just win, basically. And then you hit them, so you got like a tiny reward for just like moving them a little bit. Again, I'm open to ideas if that isn't great.
Is it? Okay, there. Reward.
I just got it 3 times though.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Is it
that
because it's constant? Is it a constant?
it's just a frame skip. That's just a logging thing. It didn't actually issue it
Oh.
3 times. It's just a basic like artifact of how I log in a frame skip. Yeah, I actually debugged that for a while, and I'm like, why am I issuing this multiple? And I'm like, nope, I'm
Oh.
actually not. It's just how I'm logging it. So, yeah, I should maybe like add the frame skip or something to the log, and then that make it more clear. But so yeah, if you want to get around faster, just shoot behind you.
Ah.
Yeah.
Rip.
That's fun.
This is where
Okay.
mouse and keyboard comes, or this is where a controller comes in handy because you can start zooming around with a shotgun or whatever.
I think it's just skill issue, honestly. I
I
like games,
mean,
but I'm very bad at them.
okay.
That reward of 1.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Is
Or
it? I mean, is
No,
it?
that's fine.
Is it
Okay.
always going to? Because didn't he just lose?
So whatever player wins gets the reward. So
How
if
do
he
we see-
dies,
I
then the
think
other
I
one
might.
get
I
it.
think I did win. It just was really fast.
How do we see who's getting the reward? It just says reward 0.
Well, the 0 is the index of the agent.
So I lost
So-
there. Whoa. Oh, reward of
there
1.
I see reward 1.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
the opponent. Okay.
Yeah, he got the
I didn't
reward
see
because
reward
Your
1
rewards
before.
look good. Have you checked them
Mhm.
in Python?
I mean, from the WANDB logs, they look like sane. I haven't like verified that I'm getting the same rewards over there, if that's what you mean.
I've checked them and they get to Python.
This is pretty sweet.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, this is.
I need to add some more weapons, but
This is like we need to throw at least some cool shaders on this, if not like a cool 3D client. Because you basically have you have a full game implemented. You just have like really bare bones graphics if you think about it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about it. He's like, I care how that works.
Well, let's
Yeah,
get it to work first, right?
yeah.
So what happens when you try to train it?
It just doesn't.
Um,
Also, it
No.
doesn't work.
oh, that's one thing I'm not sure. Okay, so currently I think I need to do the inputting inside. So right now I do the controller inputs in the C file, but I
Yeah, that's
think I
correct.
need to do them. Okay.
That's totally fine.
But due to the way
You
like
can do
frame
either.
skipping works, I'm like only taking inputs in like once every 4 frames, which can make it annoying.
Oh, maybe that's why everything feels slow.
Yeah,
Ah,
if you go edit env settings .h and change frame skip to 1,
if
then
I
it
go do
feels a
that, I'm
lot
going to be
better.
playing it all night because it's actually kind of fun. Let me see. I want to figure out if we can get this training for you now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think what the easiest thing to start on with this is. I'm like very suspicious of those parameters because they really don't make any sense.
Are you looking at the some of the runs from New Sweep?
Well, yeah, this one here, like, okay, shots fired goes up, but shots hit
Mhm.
doesn't.
I know. Well, um, yeah, I can either stream or send you some policies for you to like see that they I don't know. They still kind of be some of the policies seem to be kind of shooting in one location always like before. Some of them just seem to be kind of doing random stuff.
Well, yeah,
So,
if you look at the curves.
yeah,
Um,
I'm not really
did you
sure why.
change? Okay, you set mini batch, good. And
Yeah.
then 99.90.
So, like you said, ent coefficient, lambda, gamma, and learning rate are being swapped over. Everything else is not currently.
Mhm. Does it know which bot it is?
It should.
How?
I think. Um, I guess maybe not. I guess based on the like observation, like the drone observation.
Let me see. Drone ops.
Well,
Let's actually take a look. Let's see what you're doing.
yeah.
Oops, no track. Good one, B. Hmm. You got 9 things in here.
Yeah, those are just various properties. You can take a look in env or like source
Is
env
this
dot h.
your is this your drone properties
Yes.
and not the enemy?
No, it's just yours. I
Can you
asked
see
because I
the
was
enemy?
curious. Yeah, it's in the like the map observation.
Okay.
That's just a one hot of like what weapon you have.
Well, 0? 0. Ooh. Let's see what this is. What is this
Oh,
supposed to
is
be?
that?
This diagonal sus.
Yeah. Oh,
Huh.
Let me see.
Yeah, maybe I missed
Oh,
the hint.
I wonder if you did the Xander bug.
What's that?
Let's see if you have the Xander bug.
I mean, those threes make a big Z on there. Is that the
Yeah,
Xander
that's
book?
what I'm. Hold on. No, uh, let's see. Max cell ob size. Okay, so then is there a permute?
Yeah, I should have a pure mute downloaded
I
it.
see it. So that looks correct, but it depends on how you laid this thing out in memory. Compute obs. So we go over agents.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Well,
what's
first to go
this?
over cells. So cells is basically like all the walls and weapon pickups.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The first loop is agents. You're correct. My bad.
And then this is. Hang on. C array size. Is this filling in this first layer right here?
What do you mean first layer?
So this loop here,
Yes.
is this that's filling in walls? Is it filling in? I see how I have 0, : 0.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what this is doing?
It should be, yeah. Basically, it fills out like most of it, and then
Okay,
I
then I think
iterate
this is
over.
wrong.
Yeah, it might be.
I think this is wrong then. I think you have the Xander bug, but you have a reverse Xander bug, I think.
What was the Xander bug?
Well, I will show you. Let me see if this is. It's possible.
It's definitely possible I have a bot or bug in here because I did this pretty quick yesterday, and didn't have time to verify too much.
Yes. Whoops. It's supposed to be 0.
Hmm.
And what is the striping?
Hmm.
What is 3?
So this is before I one hot it. Yeah.
What is 3 though?
Um. I guess it depends. Cause wait, this is the first channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a death wall.
Okay, so should
Or wait, that's a. Is it a death? Well,
should it not be
yeah, it
like
should
the
be a death
outside
wall.
of the map is surrounded in this?
Yeah, it should be.
So it should just be. So if this is correct, it should be the 3s are on the outside of the outside of the wall, right? Like it should just be surrounded by 3s.
Yeah, I think on that map, yeah. If we really want to check and make it easier, if you go into env.h, so right now I have it hard coded just to be on one map, just I don't know, to make training easier. I ideally like to randomize maps. But if you go to env.h, I think it's setup env, search for that function. Yeah, so I guess you don't have line numbers, but see where it says map index equal 1. If you change that to 0, that's just a bare bones map. It's literally just got walls surrounding and that's it. That should make it even easier to debug.
If I change this to what?
0.
Oh, I see.
And then just you have to remake the Python stuff again.
It's not just pip install -e. What is it to like rebuild the
Oh,
Python?
you can pip install dash tac e or pip install period, but it'll be way slower because it builds in an isolated environment and
What is
rebuilds
it?
like
Is it just make -j or what is it?
just make. We'll do it because it's the top target.
Make it faster.
You don't need the dash j because it uses Ninja.
Oh, okay.
And if you have Ccache installed, it'll also use that.
Yep.
File format not recognized. Oh, that's because I actually fixed the compiler bug. So, but that requires you like wipe out your Ccache. So just
Okay.
make clean and then do it again, and then it should work.
Right.
You're gonna have to. It's gonna be a tough sell on this over just having a freaking build.sh. We'll see
Yeah,
that later.
I get what you mean. Or I have no love for CMake. Like I have a love-hate relationship with it, but I
Yeah.
think for something like this, like with I don't know. I could
So
I think
basically, but the way that I've done stuff that's been pretty effective is just like absolutely having no respect for the complexity of any of these environments and just saying, nope, all the logic, you're going in a file, you're going in here with like brain dead code and no build system. And that has ironically been the easiest thing.
I know. I've seen your build SH though, and it's like I don't know. I'm just not a fan of like hard coding like the Raylob stuff or whatever. Like I don't know.
No.
That's
It
just
was
for
pretty.
that's testing though. That's just for testing.
Yeah,
Is
the
it?
the
'Cause-
build
Yeah,
SH
it's
is
actually
just for
really
the
handy.
it's just for the local C builds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
build
which
this
is
to
what
web.
this is. But
Well, this is also
this
this
was
is bound
actually
to Python now, isn't it?
Should be.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that's
it should be.
separate. That setup dot just our setup.py just does that.
Yeah, and the setup.py was crazy. Like I don't know. This is definitely like opinion, but I would much rather have like a CMake rather than like the insanity that's like the
What you're seeing is
setup.py.
just complexity due to it needing to handle everything in PufferLib.
No, I know. A lot of the
That's all.
setup.py is like the other stuff Puffer handles, and I get that, but I wasn't a fan of like the hard coded like Raylib like static library, some other stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna because this was really easy to get working on Mac and Linux with different compilers, like whatever. Like I don't really have to do hardly anything, and it just works on Mac.
All right.
So it's nice.
Well, I will definitely consider it more if it works for the older compiler versions. The main
Oh,
thing
it
is
does.
just screwing with users with like extra tools that don't work is like no.
No, I
Um,
totally get that.
Yeah, this is like to
Um,
the point that like I used. Have you noticed like I just rejected a pre-commit PR because it's like no, I'm not
I
making
saw
people do
that.
that.
Yep.
Screw off, right? It's like don't come into my house and rearrange my furniture.
I mean, I'm pro linting, but I see what you mean there because yeah, like
Yep,
having a PR that like lints everything or
Well,
pain in the ass.
not lints everything,
oh,
formats
okay.
everything.
You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that guy did specifically give the feedback that you literally gave like after as well, Joseph. You know, don't commit a
Yeah,
pre-commit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I just merged the guy's small builds like his main fix. But anyways,
Like, what do you expect?
what?
Yeah, it was a good contribution, but yeah, it's not best practice, I'd say.
I want there to be fewer practices and fewer things for people. Like this shit doesn't have to be that hard.
Well, hey, the one really nice thing about my setup is the Python file is way simpler because you don't have to
The
like
auto
copy
PXT I'm open
decorations
to
over.
actually. If it consistently
Yeah,
works and doesn't have setup pain in the ass, I'm actually open to that.
I
More than
mean,
anything.
it's yeah, it ain't perfect because if you
We'll
notice, like
look
I
at
have
it.
a couple of defines where basically it would fail to parse stuff, but luckily
Mhm.
the stuff that failed to parse like didn't need to parse, so I just defined around it, and I was like, yo, if your auto PXD
I
two
do
just don't
not
look
like
at
the
it.
fucking defines. I would love to figure out how to do it without that, but we'll figure that out later. Anyways, let me make sure we get this working for you first right
Sure.
now before you have to head out. So obs, was it map obs? Because I get distracted very easily, especially when I am exhausted. Okay, so this is not correct, right? Like the whole
No.
outside of this thing should be threes. And I'm starting to, I
Yeah.
see some like diagonal striping as well,
Yeah.
which means there's probably like an order screw up, right?
Yeah. This is definitely our problem. At least one of many. Hopefully not many, but could be.
This would be a pretty good candidate. This was Xander's main bug
Hmm.
as well. So trick number one, check your observations in Python in your forward pass right before they go into the network.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I said that.
Yeah, to be
That do you know who that
I've
trick
meant
comes
to.
from
Where
originally?
experience?
Yes, but also recommended originally by Carpathy.
Oh,
Who?
who's that? Lol.
Well,
JK.
Bet I know you know Bet.
Yeah, obviously.
A great guy, did a bunch of awesome work at Stanford back in the day, was chief scientist at Tesla, did some stuff at OpenAI for a while, and now is doing whatever. He's also responsible for a good chunk of the actually high quality educational material out there in deep learning.
That's cool.
I interned under one of his colleagues in the same lab, in Feifei's lab in high school, so I got to chat with him a bit back then.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do some more troubleshooting, but have been a little strapped for time because I was with family for a bit.
No worries. This is not a clock-in job. It's
Oh, I
volunteer
know.
work.
I'm just saying, like, Bet's saying, like, oh, yeah, I've stressed that. And yeah, like, you gave me some good advice. I just haven't had time to take advantage of it. That's
5.
all.
Yep.
What was that Discord noise? Did someone join or leave or
Hi,
something?
Danky. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, yeah, welcome. FYI, if you're talking on here, you will be on stream. Hello to the YouTube and Twitch folks. We are currently debugging a really cool environment. Okay, so we have this now. So we do 0, 0, colon. Okay, so this gives us where we were before. And then if we do 21, 21, 5 dot permute, and this is going to be 0, 3, 1, 2.
Mm. Oh, that's a little better.
Okay, so now
Maybe we should verify that
this
they're
looks like
actually.
this isn't the right dimensions, is what this looks like.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should check the C because I don't even know if the C is correct.
Let me see it. So, hang on. But these shouldn't be adjacent either way, right?
No, I mean it. Yeah, it's
No,
literally
it
just a
should
big.
look. It's shifted. Is
Huh?
it possible this is shifted? Because if you shift this over by 2, then you get a 3 here, and the next 3 goes to here. Is it possible that these dimensions are incorrect? Like, are the C dimensions mismatched somehow?
Hold on. So the 21 by 21 is the max map size. There are some maps that are 20 by 20.
20 by 20
Oh,
will
yeah.
cause this.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, I think that's it then. Because actually, yeah, the map that was originally on before was a 20 by 20 map. Okay.
How do I get a 21
And
by 21?
let me go to the map. So um all right, in map.h, I define all the maps. If you set um okay, yeah, set the thing you changed before, yeah, set that to 2. You should have a 21 by 21 map. And then like yeah, did the make command again. So you could
I
like
want this line though. Hold on. Ugh, the multiprocessing messages.
yeah, so like I said, you could pip install, but you do the entire build every time, which takes forever. So
Well, I do the majority of my environment testing in C, and then just stuff like this is in Python. So,
yeah.
and by testing, I don't mean unit tests.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean screwing with it until it looks right. I'm actually, one of the things I'm looking forward to is AI getting good enough to write unit tests and then throw them away.
Throw them away.
Yeah, so you're not maintaining shitty AI unit tests, it's just finding bugs.
Persisting unit tests can be helpful though for code that's.
Yes, but
Yeah,
I
I
hate
agree.
maintaining them.
So AI should be able to maintain the unit tests.
Or just rewrite them.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
basically just a sophisticated fuzzer.
No, I completely agree.
That looks better. What's a 2?
Yeah, that looks accurate. It's got this big thing in the center. Yeah, that looks about right. So if
So the
that's
good news is
right,
you did not have the Xander bug. I don't know, it's kind of mean to call it the Xander bug. It's like a very common bug. I've screwed that up so many damn
Yeah.
times.
I was gonna say I don't look or feel any worse about him. I make all kinds of bugs.
Yeah. Dude, if you knew the stupid shit that I've done over the years, holy hell.
I mean, every programmer has if you program long enough.
Oh man, I think the best one is we're gonna train this. There is legitimately in some old Stanford research repo from when I was 16, there is a parser for WordNet, which is like this DAG for like etymology, word etymology or whatever. But I didn't know what a DAG was, so it's like 14 deep nested for loops and recursive. That's got to be
Yeah,
the worst thing I've ever written.
So wait, did you actually change anything?
What?
Did you actually end up changing anything?
I just changed it to a map that actually is correct for these observations.
Oh, okay. So if I'm okay, so I'm doing 21 by 21. So does that mean I can't use like train on 20 by 20 maps without doing some, I don't know, shifting around of the
Well,
observations?
you're gonna have to fix your obs buffer is all.
Okay.
Your obs buffer is
Yeah,
the wrong size. By the way, this would be fixed if you did it egocentric.
if I did what?
If you did it egocentric, so if you did it a fixed crop window around the
Oh,
current
yeah.
agent, and then that would also allow you to do, that would give you basically the same benefits. My camera's lagging because of the GPU running on this. It would give you the same benefits, but then at the same time, you'd actually be able to scale it. So you could do like a smaller vision version that trains faster, or you could do the full 21 by 21, for instance, which lets you see halfway across the map if you're in the center. Like, you do whatever.
Yeah, I could try that. I'm not totally opposed to that, but I would really like to have I don't know. If it's impossible, then like I mean it is what it is, but it'd be nice to have agents see the whole map because humans can, but like in the normal game.
I
But
mean, that certainly doesn't sound impossible.
It's
yeah.
not, it's just slightly slower. And it's like annoying because your ob size changes based on what map you're playing, which is just a pain for neural nets generally.
I mean, maybe you could train it for the maximum map size, and then if the map is smaller than that, offset it by some like fixed amount for that episode.
You could try that. I think you'd probably want to
That's
center it on the. You'd probably just want to like center it, or actually, you might not have to center it. You might actually. Well, you could probably have variable ob size buffer, but not in like that. You wouldn't be able to mix the maps in one run. So yeah, you'd have to pad or something. Slightly.
Yeah,
Pick a size.
padding really.
Pick a size, stick to it. Otherwise, make a good generalist agent.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like there are just battles that you fight and battles that you don't. And honestly, like the majority of environments, people are usually pretty happy about egocentric precisely because it's easier to scale. Like if you did it egocentric, then you could make like a 500 by 500 map and it would just work.
yeah.
That's why people generally get excited about stuff. Where's my sweep run thing? 5 hours ago. I typed track here. Is this not?
So because it's my project, I defaulted like the Wayne DB stuff to be like me. So you might have
Oh, that's
actually
weird.
uploaded it to mine.
I forgot since I pulled master happened.
I guess the quickest fix for now to get this to work on 20 by 20 maps is, yeah, probably just apply some padding to like the start so that it's kind of centered in the space. I think maybe is it possible? I don't know.
Maybe just could you only consider one map size? That might be the simplest way to get
I
started.
could, yeah. I was just porting maps from the original game, and they're, from what I can tell, pretty much mostly 20 or 20 by 20 or 21 by 21. So I could just relegate it to like either one for now. But Yeah, I think if I'm doing a 20 by 20, I could just basically add an extra 0 at the end of each row.
This does
And then
not
that
seem
should
to
be-
have fixed everything.
Okay, actually, this may not be the best map because this map defaults to the sniper rifle. So then you have to charge it. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
it
that's real
should be
bad.
able to learn. It's not as easy to learn though.
Yeah, no, holding
So,
down a button is actually a really pain in the ass thing in RL.
well, we can
Well, I
easily
mean, just
change
think about it. It's
default weapon
unintuitive
then.
if you don't like. I mean, it's kind of like with a human. If it's like, yeah, instead of holding down, you had to tap these like 4 keys in a row that we don't tell you, right? If you just make it like some random shibboleth, then people aren't going to do it either.
Yeah. Well, if you want to, it can be, yeah, we can edit the map to make it the default weapon, like the standard weapon if you want really easily.
Let's try that next, because also this is like lagging the hell out of everything. Burning my GPU, burning my CPU, heating up my room. Let's see.
So if you do want to change the weapon, you'll have to go to map.h.
Killing this because it's lagging everything. It's actually like more laggy than most stuff. I don't know why. Maybe it's the multiprocessing. Most of the puffer runs, you know, they literally work on one core if you want them to, because they're that fast. Thank you,
Yeah,
Beth, thank you for the proselytizing. Yeah, if for folks on YouTube, if you have not started the PufferLib repo, please go ahead and do that. It really helps us out a lot. And no, we will not be getting cheap viewers. Get out of here, stupid bot. All right, where's default weapon?
So keep going down a little bit, and you'll see the snipers map. Yeah, and change default weapon to standard. Or keep going down a little bit. Yeah, default weapon right there. Change that to standard weapon. Yeah, and then just rebuild. You should be good.
Make a -J.
You can do make -J, but the -J won't change anything.
All right, make.
Because yeah, Ninja uses all CPU cores by default, as far as I know, which is nice, and it's a lot faster than make. And it's actually required for scikit build core or whatever.
What? You're gonna have to explain to me at some point what you're doing with scikit build core.
It's just a way simpler method of building a Python module, like a C Python module, basically. It's Python module C bindings. You don't have to deal with like setup.py at all. It's like 10 lines, if that, in like your py project.toml. It's really nice. If you use CMake, basically you have all the logic in CMake and you just tell scikit build core to just like run it basically. So it's nice. Otherwise, you have this giant, like, in my opinion, not super maintainable setup.py. I'm not really a fan of setup.py stuff, if you can't tell. But
That's fine. I don't think. I mean, Python tooling just sucks in general. So.
yeah, it
Oh,
does.
this is very different. Hold on.
Which one's the new one? 3? Leader
The one that's
totem?
doing well.
Certainly a lot more shots taken.
Shots hit.
Shots fired.
Twilight Bush.
Interesting
Yeah, I
that
see.
reward is about flat.
Yeah, I mean, it's the sum of both agents, and it's a zero-sum game, so I think it makes sense.
But you have drone 1 and drone 0 reward.
Yeah.
You should
Oh,
still go up to a point because they're
That's
not getting
what I'm looking
penalized
at.
for getting hit, so they should be both hitting each other more. But yes, you're right that you do end up with the annoying self-play problem at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the self-play problem?
It's just that in general, it's really annoying to track progress in self-play environments because your performance is
Yeah.
relative to the other agent, but the other agent is you, so it's flat. So then you have to do elo calcs, which you can do, but they're just a pain to do and integrate correctly. And you don't have
That makes sense.
you just don't get like nice clean metrics that you can track as easily.
Yeah, my only experience with self-play was the super simple tic-tac-toe self-play. And there you have a min-max that you can compare against. So there's a convenient metric, but
Well, that's what we
for
do as
most
well,
environments,
is we just implement some scripted opponent, usually.
mhm,
Yeah, and you don't have to do that for forever, but like even in Dota, they spent like a month and a half just trying to make like a really good scripted bot to play against, and they use that for a
sure.
lot of their early work. So I did the same in the MOBA. I didn't do it in Neural MMO 3, amusingly enough. I think I just
So that was
I've written too many Neural MMO scripted bots over the years, and I was sick of it. But I got it working anyways. Whatever.
Well, I mean, at some point you want to get performance much better than any scripted bot could achieve, and then that
Yeah.
doesn't really work as a metric anymore.
Mm-hmm. This thing doesn't save us some nice checkpoints to watch, though, does it?
It doesn't.
no, it does now. If you pull, I changed it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Cool.
Uh, they follow the standard puffer stuff. So checkpoints, whatever the WANDB like ID should be.
La la. Alright, well let this save us one more checkpoint or whatever. That's it. Ooh, look, it's crashed. Isn't
What
that funny?
crashed?
Crash?
Yeah, what great.
Shots
I don't see
taken?
crashing.
Look at this.
Wait.
Oh, it's going down. Yeah.
No, that's not crashed.
It's a crashed. No clip frac issues. Oh, but now it goes back up. That's funny.
Yeah, it's wacky, man.
Welcome to the reinforcement learning experience. This is the thing that we're going to be addressing this year, or this coming year. It's going to be a lot of science side stuff and reinforcement learning, how to make everything consistent and stable.
Right. If you think this is complicated, this is nothing to Joseph's stuff, like all the heavy lifting, so that we don't have to just be lost in what the stuff that just doesn't work.
I've done what I can to start with, but we're going to really be able to make stuff a lot easier in 2025, and we will be contributors are more than welcome to help with that as well. Great way to get into the more science side stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. It sounds really interesting to me.
I will definitely be pulling people
Likewise.
from like environment contributors who give a shit. It does take a while to train people to be able to do some of that work.
Yeah, so while we're waiting, I'm curious. I know you mentioned before. I think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna kill it and grab the checkpoints.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to see an eval.
Yeah, but what are you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, the action distribution you were saying like normal is very standard. So like for a lot of like Mujuko or whatever like continuous control tasks, like a lot of people just use like straight normal action distribution, and for a bunch of different joints, and it works fine.
That's standard as far as I'm aware.
Okay. Because I was wondering if I need to do some like fancy multivariate
It's
Gaussian or
a
whatever.
criticism of the the vast majority of current work. And here's the issue with RL, right? Like, it's not like people are completely unaware of this, but the vast majority of algorithmic results in RL are just not defended by sufficient data. So anytime you see a fancy new method, you should assume it's wrong until proven otherwise. And being published in a top paper and having a ton of citations does not necessarily mean it's correct either. It's that bad.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, and yeah, I don't doubt it.
Is the solution to that just like really rigorous statistics with
We're
like
gonna do it this year. The solution is that we can
Speed.
train tens of trillions of steps of experiments per GPU per day. So we just have we can just run so many exhaustive experiments that this stops being an issue.
yeah, I've definitely heard never just use one seed for a result. Like,
Well, but it's
you
not
know,
that
the seed.
researchers are stupid, it's that people build the environments to be too damn
Oh,
slow.
that's so close.
Well, these guys are not geniuses.
Wait. Oh, wait. That's a yellow. That's a yellow. It doesn't
Yeah,
lose.
yellow is bouncy.
Green just lost.
Yeah, these
Rip.
guys are no geniuses, but let's see if I do like 100 maybe.
I mean, are they supposed to inherently know?
Hmm?
Don't worry about that.
I'm not.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, they're actually hitting each other? Kind of?
Well, they're
Well, they're
not.
spamming and avoiding wall is what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Although green bounced off yellow, but that could have been intentional.
I mean, you'll certainly score hits sometimes like that.
Red just goes
Red-
right into the
yeah.
wall.
Yeah, red
Flip.
just lost.
They both hit each other a little bit there. But I don't know how intentional it was.
I mean, that looks better than what I've evaled.
Better than
Yeah.
before.
That being said,
Better
if you have
than-
all red
But that's
borders,
not. This is not what
they're
we're
gonna
going for.
lose.
We're going for superhuman. Hey, this is well, just for a second there, we had 10 viewers on the stream. That's fun. Welcome, YouTube folks.
Nice.
Takes a while to get the audience back. I've been not consistent streaming because I was doing Neural MMO3 and then NeurIPS and I got sick. Then I got the Christmas Eve root canal and bullshit. But I will be back streaming a lot more dev now.
You said you had a schedule before. What's your normal schedule like?
If I'm actually being serious about stuff, it's get up at 6, run, stream some dev, go to the gym at noon, come back, stream, get dinner, sleep.
Are you on the Eastern time zone?
I'm in Florida.
Okay. Oh, okay.
For the
I
time being.
didn't know I didn't know if you're still in Florida or not.
In Florida until it gets hot. Then
So
we'll
you
go
got
back
a
to
bit
Palo
yet.
Alto. Trying to think what we should do initially for this for you. So these curves. This is all fine. What's randomized is the start position of the agents randomized.
Yeah, start position of agents and the contents and location of the weapon pickups.
Let's look for some stuff. So we got length. Increasing length means increasing survival time.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, these broken ones were surviving way longer. Oh, because they're not shooting each other. Yeah, okay. Interesting. These ones are actually shooting each other. Reward not going up. Yes, it's self-play, but they should be able to do something.
Yeah.
Weapons
the
pickup
reward
doesn't even go up.
The reward structure needs to be visited so that it incentivizes playing the game properly.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the rewards are optimal.
Do they
Go ahead.
Do they perceive the bullets? Is that in the observation?
It is, but it's very discretized or however you say that.
Ish. That's the way
So
you say that.
what is it?
Ish. They perceive the bullets. Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. They have a general idea of where they are. I'd like to make them have like give them absolute positions of bullets and stuff, but as of right now, they don't know exactly where they are. They just kind of know generally
Okay.
where they are.
Codes. Wait. So map 0, 4, 10, 16, 20.
It seems right. There should be 26 total. It should be walls first, which there are 3, but I add 1 because like 0 is no wall. And then it's projectiles, so there's 5 plus 1, 6. And then there's drone, weapon type, drones, and another 6. And then yeah.
Okay. So data is populated there. Leaky relu.
Yeah, I have a leaky relu.
That's not going to be the issue though.
Are the
Flatten.
dimensions
And then
of the
how does
convolution?
do you have a lazy linear in here or something?
Nothing's lazy.
Oh, you just have a function that computes it?
Yeah. I stole that from Stable Baselines 3. I just found that to be easier.
Well, to be fair, if you're gonna do this, it's called lazy linear, does that for you.
I'm surprised you're
I usually do
you're
it
roughing
manually
lazy.
though. I usually do it manually so that I know if I'm being stupid or not.
Yeah, lazy's a way
Exactly.
to introduce bugs.
But you
Yeah.
can do
I like
that right. Hold on. Where self encoder.
What were you saying about the conv2d dimensions?
Yeah, are those correct?
Stride 2 and KS3 is a little, or kernel size 5 is a little.
So the reason, again, I don't know if they're ideal or not. The reason I picked
I think it's fine for
parameters.
global observations.
Yeah. I just wanted I wanted it to cleanly kind of get to the end of like the 21 by 21 grid. So
Yeah, I designed the original like 5331 or whatever by it was for 11 by 11.
mhm.
So you have this leaky, okay. And then see what else there's to look at here. What other stuff could be screwy? You have the terminals reset, I think, because you don't have weird length stuff. Other common screw ups. Technically could be hyperparameters at this point. Technically.
I don't know. I think rewards need to be visited first off.
Well, getting a reward for. Do you get a negative reward for dying? You don't.
No, I can add it though.
Let me see. It's just in the settings, right?
Yeah.
Playing the game is a lot different than what's being rewarded.
Kill reward isn't used right now. Because that was ideally when I scale up to have
Well,
more
when
than
you
2.
win, it's fine. Same thing.
Yeah. Well, when I have more than 2 drones, it becomes a little bit more challenging to determine like who killed who. So I just haven't done that yet. especially in this game, it's not as easy as, oh, who, what bullet took their health down to 0. Like, there is no health. It's binary. So, I don't know. That'll be a little tricky. Because the original game it's mostly good, but it can be a little weird. Like, it doesn't track kills, like, perfectly, but I don't really think you can in a game like this. You can kind of approximate.
How's frame skip work here?
What do you mean exactly?
Does it just drop your actions for 3 other frames, or does it repeat your action?
Oh, repeats actions.
And when I was playing it, was I playing it with frame skip?
You were, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel amazing, but it's still very playable. Frame skip 4.
But the thing that I'm wondering here, let me see. Can you only see the enemy in the conf?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's an approximate position, but it should be good enough that if the policy is somewhat smart, it should be able to at
I'm
least
just
aim
wondering
in
if
their
it's even picking
direction.
it up.
Yeah. I don't know if it is.
I think you didn't do... Did you do anything redundant here? Well, actually, your policies are kind of silly.
How so?
It's like small.
Maybe we should be testing this in a simple environment, like nothing on the map.
How would episodes end though? I guess you just have a time limit.
Episodes would end with one of them getting pushed out to the edge.
No, but like, oh, didn't you say there's no walls though?
Well, nothing in the middle of the map, nothing separating
Oh,
the two
yeah,
agents.
yeah. I have a map for that. It's just walls and that's it. That's
Then
why
you
I
could
made it.
then you could test stuff like give them a reward for ramming each other or something very simple, so that
Yeah.
you can see if it's actually working.
You don't want to use the encoder?
I'm just trying to make it a little shallower.
There's a lot of complexity.
I forgot to make.
You shouldn't have to make. Oh, did you change anything with the C?
I think I did.
Hmm.
Rewards.
Yeah, you did, because this would be like really fast if you didn't change anything.
Do you have some like library for like safe arrays or something?
It's the arrays, the whole array, the code is code from, I forget where. It's on GitHub somewhere. I basically just like made it into a single file thing. Well, 2 header file library. Yeah, if you go like in SRC include like the license at the top like has a link to the original GitHub. But yeah, I copied that.
Okay, so this is actually... somewhat obnoxious that this is. Try this to start with. And we should actually be able to get a network of this size to be running decently as well, by the way. It's just
Yeah.
the receptive field's too big, because the neural MMO net's like 1,000,000 parameters.
So it's just the conv is like too big.
The con's too slow.
Yeah, and unfortunately, torch.compile doesn't like this policy.
Yeah, no, torch.compile's kind of hit or miss. I don't use it for neural MMO.
Yeah. It's nice when it works, but
Yeah, it's nice when it works.
so does 33% env time, what does that tell you? Just that like my env is, I don't know,
Something slow.
a little bit of a bottleneck here? Yeah.
Mhm. Which it shouldn't be at 800,000, by the way. It should not even be. That should not be remotely a factor. Something screwy.
Yeah.
You're probably dropping a lot of that perf somewhere.
Yeah, I've profiled it a bunch, like just the straight C, and it's most of the runtime is all like box 2D stepping, basically physics calculations. So yeah, like my code is like maybe like 5% of the entire thing when I'm just running, like I'm basically just stepping in a loop. So I tried to optimize it somewhat, but yeah, I don't know. There's something maybe in like the Python interop. I'm not sure.
Did you profile like your function level call overhead? Because like setup and tear down, if you're not caching scene stuff, like that can often be a lot of it.
Yeah, so my C benchmark code just runs the environment, gives it random actions, and yeah, like resets it as necessary. And the setup and teardown, I think, was like 3%
All right,
total.
that's good.
So I could optimize it somewhat, but it's
No, we
like,
don't
it's
care
not
about
huge.
3%. We want 30% or 50% or 10x, even better.
Yeah, like
Um,
85% is box 2D step,
well, we can
which
always fiddle with
is what it is.
the physics resolution to see if it needs to be as fine as it is.
Pretty sure I dropped it and it was just kind of as low as they recommend. Let me see.
Well, they don't know what the hell you're programming.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair.
just to be clear, we do care about 3%. Just we care about those other bigger
Well,
percentages
yeah,
first.
that's why I wasn't going to spend a lot of time like optimizing my setup and teardown. And I might be changing the apps and somewhat.
I'm of the
Big wins
opinion make it
first.
work first, even if it's
Exactly.
inefficient.
Yeah, exactly. Now you just optimizing code, you're just going to refactor or
Right.
change.
Code that doesn't work.
Yeah. I have optimized some stuff a little bit, but it's stuff I was like very certain that I'm gonna keep using no matter what. All right, give me a second.
So increasing the net size a bunch doesn't seem to help. Not a capacity issue.
Rewards are looking weird now too.
No, because I added a death reward.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense why they've lost all
To
their rewards.
actually look at
Because of
this,
that.
they are learning to survive better here, you see. I think that they're starting to
That's
not
good.
shoot each other, though. Oh,
All right, they might realize just sitting there is the best, but they should be getting the reward for just sitting.
the fact that they can figure that out, though.
Yeah, they're able to learn.
I mean, that's pretty effective. Let's see. Where's the hit reward? If you think about it, this should like go up massively. They really should be able to just survive indefinitely.
They ought to be able to do that because otherwise, you can't do anything in the game.
You see, it's like completely decided to be a pacifist here.
Well, the reward still sucks too. I don't know.
Not going up even.
No, we should look at the rewards. I'm going to say it again.
Well, yeah.
They might need some more some more proximal rewards.
And
Ooh. Shots fired is almost down to 0.
So you guys just ran a new one. You're just looking at the stats.
Same one running.
Oh,
so I
Yeah.
also changed the net size, which I highly doubt is a factor here. So we can undo that. Go back to faster testing. Let me think what stuff I can come up with here to make this work for you today. Let me think about normal sources of error. I really don't like the gamma on this environment. I mean, have you seen what happens if you just... I kind of want to just fiddle with some stuff and see if it still plays decently.
Do it.
yeah. Go
I
for
say
it.
mess it up.
So can I set... This is frame rate. I can
Yeah,
set
that
this to
affects like
10.
physics and stuff.
Done.
That'll make physics wacky. I mean, you can if you just want to see. You should actually, I'm curious, go and play like the demo and see what that's like, because that'll make the physics.
what
I'm
I'm
not sure if it
about
makes
to
it,
do.
I forget. Okay. I can't remember if that makes the physics like 6 times faster or slower.
It shouldn't change the timing.
Well, the frame rate is used to step physics as well, because like the physics are stepped like
Where
it's
is the
debug demo.
build?
Or what did you you have to run make debug demo if you want to do the C thing. Yeah. It's hyphen in the middle, yeah.
Debug demo.
Yeah, this is just get pulling the stuff, get cloning the stuff. I guess you're not up to the latest commit because I actually uncommented that so it's always visible bet so you can just see what the status is because if your internet's slow it just seems like it's hanging.
Yeah, I hope we're
but
not stuck in the download.
I think we are. But this should be a one-time thing now that they fixed the other CMake stuff. So, because yeah, see, you're using GNU 11 now, and that'll work. You can probably use like GCC 10, and it should work fine. Yeah, here we go. Now it's downloading Box 2D. There you go.
That looks good. Big rip.
Wait, did I see an assert there somewhere?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
an assert. There.
Offset.
It's
Huh?
m.h line 131, 132.
Oh, we're getting
Yeah,
multiple
but-
things. Oh, also, when you make this thing, does it have the address sanitizer on for the Python builds?
No, not when you're doing like a normal make, because you would know because if you tried to run from the Python, it'd freak out because it's
Yeah, no
dynamically
symbols.
linked against. Yeah, exactly. So, yep, I have gotten it working like debugging like the building the Python module in debug mode so you can run it with the address sanitizer. I can train with it, but yeah, that's not the default.
Good, because that's slower.
Yeah, way slower.
Mhm.
So, okay. Just do a git diff for me, because I'm kind of surprised.
Well, I mean, all
What
I did
what
was
you
look. All I did was this, right?
I know that shouldn't cause the assertion to fail, so that's
Could it be the physics
something
screwing
wrong with
up?
what I did. Somehow, like one of my observation asserts is triggering. Oh no, something else is
It
happening.
still happens now.
Okay, what? Yeah, do a git diff.
H 132.
Okay, yeah, I'm mostly interested in to see. That's it. What? Oh, the map index. But really?
Is it hard coding to
Okay,
20?
maybe. Again, I did this really quick yesterday, so I would guess I screwed something up. Let me take a
Where
look.
the
Wasn't line 31? No, it
It
was
is
not
is
31.
there a map
constant.
size here somewhere?
Well, I have a max map type, but it's 21 by 21, so it should be fine. Assert I is, oh, I probably just need to make that less than or equal to. Try changing line. Wait, sorry, I didn't see what we did. Let me see. I'll try this locally, see if this fixes it.
So I have it on the other map. It works.
Cool. Leave the other map.
I think this might be a one line fix if I'm right. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm not on the same map. Let me change that. Two.
Still deadly signal. Lovely.
Map op size. Yeah, my assertions are a little too overzealous, I guess.
Wait, why does it still not work? Oh, is it random?
If you comment it out, yeah, it's random. Or wait, what are you talking about? What's random?
Hang on. Getting to the bottom of this.
Can they hit themselves in this game?
They
Do they lose
can.
points with that? They can?
They lose points if they shoot themselves into a wall.
Ah.
You change it to 5 FPS. Yeah.
The physics still work, dude.
They do, but I'm just saying the frame rate affects like how physics work basically. So you don't just change the frame rate of the game, you change like the tick rate of the physics.
Looks fine to me.
Yeah. I do know that they tell you not to use variable frame rates for box 2D, but I think if you're using a constant frame rate, it's usually
Yes.
okay.
So I went to the Box 2 Discord and asked because they've never, as far as, well, yeah, it's from their reactions, they've never had anyone trying to run Box 2D at like millions of frames per second, basically. But they said,
Yeah, the Flare guys literally rewrote it in Jax.
oh, yeah, right.
Which
Yeah.
I actually went and looked through the code for that project. And it's like, this is incredibly impressive, but you guys are giving yourself so much more suffering than you need to. Like, holy hell, you guys just love suffering, I guess. We're gonna help them out in the coming year.
That's a very, very good idea.
I've definitely been down the Jack's path before.
It's not fun.
I'm blissfully unaware of the Jack struggles.
Basically, researchers decided that they would rather write code in a Python-like DSL array programming language than write anything other than Python, and that went about as well as you'd expect.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea. Because C is
Oh yeah, I
horrible.
need to get your yeah.
What's that?
Apparently C is just terrible or something.
What do you need to get of mine?
What was the index map? It was a 2.
For the snipers map? Yeah, the one you're using, yeah.
Okay, let's see if we get this to work. Make. Wouldn't it be funny if this just works?
There might be a bug on my end because I think I'm looking into that like assert that got triggered, and I think it's legit. So I'm looking into that.
Well, I'm hoping it's just with the demo.
No, I think it's in how observations are calculated. So it seems like the assert, I might be stepping over one too many. Going into like the one too many cells of my second agent when I'm computing the observation for the second agent, but I'm not sure. Oh, shoot.
This is the same.
We're looking. I think it's hyperparameters. Let me think here. So I wonder if we can now change some stuff. Like, can I do this now? You know?
You can.
Well, do you realize why I think I should be able to?
Why do you think you
I
should
took
be
it
able
down to
to?
5 ops per second, so 0.95 should be about a 4-second horizon. Right?
Which still isn't that much.
Long enough for a bullet to hit the enemy. Let's see. No, not magic.
How many frames per step?
1 frame skip, 5 frames per second.
How many steps per second?
Wait, you can see it. It says 180K.
185. Okay.
Interestingly, it's deciding to ceasefire.
Yeah, that's why I was curious earlier about if they could shoot themselves. Like, I wonder if there's some sort of.
It is probably exactly that.
Exactly what?
That they don't want to shoot themselves, so they stop firing.
Oh, yeah, that might be because they aren't directly punished for shooting themselves, but if they, kill themselves, then they
Mhm.
cease getting rewards. So it's kind of a punishment.
Band-aid patch would be to add a very small reward for firing.
There have been some policies. Well, actually, that was pre-actions fix. I don't know if there's any
I don't think that there
post-action
have been
fix
any good
policies that fire.
policies at all.
No good policies, but there were some previous policies that would fire at every step, and I know that because they would pick up a weapon like the sniper or the imploder, and they would charge it like immediately. But they weren't good.
I'm seeing like pretty consistently drone 0 reward above drone 1 reward. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, these are the same. I was hoping that would work. But I mean, I guess it's possible. Can we add like a shots fired reward?
Yeah, it should be pretty easy.
Their fire. Where does this get changed to the source game?
Yeah.
Is this work? Is this correct? Oh, point.
I mean, the other thing that maybe could be happening is if the
Yeah,
rewards are getting mixed up between the agents, right? Like it's discouraging shooting. Yeah.
that could be the case, but as far as I can tell, it's not happening.
You're zeroing the rewards between time steps and everything, right?
Yeah. Let me
It's
double
a
check
common
that.
one is forgetting to zero your buffers.
I've never made that mistake ever.
That makes me want to check my code now.
I think I do it.
Pac-Man, yeah, that's a
I
common
forget every
gotcha.
time. Every time I
This
do a
whole
new house, I
process will
forget.
just continue to get easier and easier.
Yeah, I do it in step env.
Good.
And the way I do frame skipping, this is correct, right? So I reset rewards at the beginning of the step, and
Yep,
then I
that's
do the
fine.
frame skip. Yeah, and I just accumulate. Yeah.
I got a chair for Christmas.
What kind of chair?
Random outlet mall chair or a random like furniture outlet chair. It's nice though. It's
Serious?
this thing.
Oh, let me look here. What thing? Where?
The thing I'm sitting in.
That thing? What was wrong with the old chair?
Oh, I still have it here. It's an office chair. This is like a nice recliner. So actually, this will be a nice test because this will tell us quite a bit. So now we have a reward curve that goes up, right?
Oh.
Because it's just being rewarded for firing. So it is learning stuff. So something else is screwy.
I'll
I'm
be
curious
back
if this
in a
will be
minute.
good enough to do it though.
Yeah, her reward's gone up. I think that what is being rewarded is not aligned with playing the game.
How would you know?
Because playing the game is more than just not dying and firing. Although they should be
But
not
we'll
dying
see.
in the very least.
Well, remember,
Yeah,
this is a
we'll
totally
see.
different time scale.
Is there
I think it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
distance traveled should go up
Mhm.
with this if they're shooting, because they're not going to be like moving absolute distance from where they start, but they're going to be wiggling back and forth constantly because of firing. So distance traveled should go up, I think. I think they might crash more too into walls due to a lack of ability to keep themselves from doing it, but we'll see.
Let's see if the reward continues to go up. Because I have a curve that goes up. I have produced a curve that goes up where previously there were no curves going up.
Right, that is actually a big deal.
This
True.
means that your general training setup seems to at least be working, that it can solve a very basic task. Now the question that I have is whether this is actually going to be enough to get it to do better. Can it fire every step?
He's AFK.
Oh, okay. Oh, we'll chill for a bit. We can look up today's latest Twitter meltdown. It's funny. Did he change his? Did he change his? Is that actually a thing? No, they photoshopped that on. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of funny. It takes, like, it literally can fire every step, and it takes it 100, no, it takes it 28 million steps just to learn to, like, fire every step.
Yeah, I'm not sure your gamma calculations are correct. That is, the effective horizon is like
Well,
what?
the effective
20
horizon of
steps?
that particular thing, that would be like gamma is equal to 0.5 or whatever. Oh,
Well, it's definitely something.
It's, I mean, it should be. Question is, how much reward can they get? There should be a maximum amount that they can get from just firing.
You would also
if this policy is at
assume.
all decent, I will claim victory for the evening.
Yeah. I don't declare victory till I see the eval.
Well, this is at least progress, regardless.
Yeah. At least we know it's doing something. I don't know. This might be a somewhat difficult environment to train on. I didn't think it'd be this difficult, but we'll
I would
see.
mostly just bet on RL being screwy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this is the plan for 2025. So, like, if you think about the amount of pain that this has, that you have, like, getting this thing to work here, even with me here, right? The goal for
Yeah.
the end of 2025 is to reduce that by at least an order of magnitude.
Yeah, that'd be great.
What's the strategy for that?
we're gonna just run tens of trillions of steps of experiments and ablations and like method studies and see what actual components of RL matter, which are ridiculously sensitive, which we can replace, things like this. Basically, the only thing in the way for me starting that is I've got a bunch of cool contributor environments to merge in that need attention, and then I've got some lab collaborations, as well as a couple of clients to circle back with as well.
Well, I gotta head out, but thank you very much for all your help,
Thank you.
Joseph. It's been really helpful.
I will put a
else?
summary once we look at this policy.
Cool. I should have a bit of time to like hop on a stream or whatever tomorrow, but
Sure thing.
yeah, I'll let you know.
I think
Cool.
I will be pretty well set by tomorrow as well. Basically, after
Cool.
this, I'm gonna go read for a bit and then go to sleep, and that's about it.
Well, you all have a good night.
All right, see you later, man.
See
Have a
you,
good
man.
night.
Damn, Joseph. So no code review for your contributors. I see how it is.
Well, I'm literally right now. This is me working on a contributor project right here.
I'm talking Enduro.
I know. Yes, I know. I've not forgotten about Enduro and Blastar for that matter.
Yeah, LOL. Blastar. That was hard.
You're getting a full code review on both. So I've been doing you a favor by not doing your code review while I'm A, sick and grumpy, B, post root canal and grumpy, or following bottle of wine Christmas Eve drunk and grumpy. Alright? So far there's been a total of like a day or two maybe where I could have even potentially done it. And I haven't even
Drunk
been
Joseph is
on my
fun.
A game yet. What?
Drunk Joseph is a game.
Well, to be fair, I very rarely do that. My rationale there was I just had a 2-hour nightmare root canal, so I can either have some wine and be tolerable with my family on Christmas Eve, or I can have no wine and basically be the Grinch. So
Yeah. I'm known to be grumpy at family gatherings too. I shouldn't be, but
so
no, I had
a
2 beers
bottle of
last
wine
night.
was
I haven't drank
perfectly tolerable.
a bottle of wine. I haven't drank alcohol in, I don't know, 8 months, 10 months.
I don't drink much at all. I think this is the guy that seen hired to like work on his dingboard thing.
Dingboard?
This is bullshit.
Oh.
What's Stingboard?
This guy is funny as hell. This guy blew up on Twitter like by just yapping a whole bunch, and then he made like an online. The original thing he did is he made like an online image editor. And he was like, I'm going to beat Photoshop by making an image editor that doesn't suck online.
Easy. You'll just, make a better Photoshop.
To be fair, if you've ever used the online version of Photoshop, it's not that hard. That app is dog shit. The desktop version is fine.
Do we have an Adobe enjoyer in the chat here?
I've used Photoshop for at least 12 years.
But you haven't switched.
Look at this, it's still going up.
Rewards plateaued, it looks like.
Well, first of all, this isn't a reward. This has got to be like return or something, because a reward of 7 doesn't make sense. Yo, did
Well,
y'all figure out Spencer, we're literally in the Discord right now.
Yeah,
Can you not hear
Hop
him on
on.
the? You can hear him on the stream, right?
be on stream.
Uh,
He should be able to hear. I didn't hear myself necessarily, but that's because I muted the stream.
if I've been talking on like one side of a conversation and nobody's told me on the stream the whole time, that's on y'all.
You were audible when I
Because
joined.
I have it so it should be piping desktop audio in. I have it.
What's up?
We definitely hear him.
Hey, how's it going, Spencer?
Chilling. No, I mean I just hopped in a second ago. I wasn't really watching the whole time.
Well, I added a reward for firing bullets.
Okay, let's
Okay.
look at the eval.
And
This
this
is enough.
reward does go up.
Excellent.
Also, the
excellent.
length of the game has gone up such that now these games are over a minute, I believe. So that's something.
That's kinda long.
I did a bunch of other stuff. I made it so that there's no frame skip and the physics only and there's only 5 observations per second.
Mhm.
For some reason that makes the M stupid slow, but I mean, like this reward curve looks decent to me.
It does. Except
I
it's
mean, it
clearly
looks much better than when I tuned in a few hours ago, where it did literally nothing.
It
You
seems
see
like it is
the other
actually
ones.
like learning and optimizing stuff now at the very least.
Let's look at the length curve. Where is that? That sucks.
No, it doesn't suck. Remember the other curves were before I reduced it from like 60 FPS 4 frame skip? So this is a totally different scale.
We change the scale of the graph to get rid of or just get rid of those other runs on there.
Entropy is not crashing. It's 6 point whatevers. Should be fine. Value loss goes up a bit, but then, it's very accurate here. Proc scale's not exploding. This is
Explain variance.
It looks like it's doing
no,
things.
the scale of explained variance is fine as well. Clip frac is very low. Reward.
Why is distance traveled?
This is abs distance traveled. I don't know. They might just be standing in place and shooting at each other. We'll see.
They definitely are just in place.
Maybe that's all they want to do,
Yeah, they haven't learned how to juke yet.
Go scroll up. You went past length. Up. Oh, right there.
Distance traveled goes up because the episode length goes up. So I think
Show me-
Kevin needs
show me
to
what-
modify some of these metrics. I think reward is actually episodic return. Oh,
So
look,
length
it's shooting more, but it's hitting itself less. You see this?
Yes.
Well, those are different drones, right?
Drone
Okay,
zero,
but
drone
still,
one.
look,
Yeah.
it's going down. So it's firing like a madman, but it's actually hitting itself less. Is it aiming?
It's learning to shoot and dodge its own shots.
That's the big question, I think. Is it aiming?
It is not.
Ah,
I could tell
I
you
don't
right
know.
now. Okay, let's watch the eval then.
Let's let it do 100 milli.
Did
This is fair.
SPS tank just due to the
SPS
ends being
a complete
complicated?
dump.
SPS apparently tanked with whatever I changed with the physics.
Ah,
So
Yeah, I was-
somebody
I was
will
only-
have to
I
look
was
into
only getting
that. This is an unacceptable
180K though.
physics speed.
is this because of Box 2D or did he do custom physics?
It's box
Something's
2D.
weird.
Uh,
Well, I could get up to 450K on a puffer box yesterday. So
with Box 2D?
Yes, with Box 2D. This exact dev.
This is.
I don't understand what the what is
This
the hype?
guy's just like a troll. He started off building all these actually kind of cool projects, and he just started doing he just started gaming the X algorithm, and his account just really blew up. And then he tried to sell his image editor to Elon, and Elon didn't buy it, but he offered him a job at X, so now he works at X. And he
I see. Okay.
really tests the limits of what he can get away with posting on X without getting fired. I mean, he'll do stuff he'll post one side of an offensive take, and then he'll make another post with the other side of the offensive take, just so he gets the engagement from both.
There's, I mean, the community notes should take care of that, though, right? So, I mean,
Well,
he's
it's not like
validated.
he's posting factual, it's not like he's posting misinformation. He'll post I don't know, he'll post I think with Ukraine or whatever. No, it's more with tech stuff. He'll post X is the best thing ever, and then he'll post X is the worst thing ever. I don't know.
So
He's fine. He also posts a bunch of other crazy shit. It's funny. I've seen way worse things on the internet, so it's whatever. I mean,
eval.
Can I just do it in parallel?
Yeah, probably. This shouldn't be occupying all of your CPU. The moment of truth.
Ha! Dude, that's hilarious.
You fixed it. Red's about to die, though. Oh, nope.
They found an angle to shoot at so that they don't shoot themselves.
I think it might have changed it from a zero sum to a common sum game.
Rip.
Because it's
Well,
they can
yeah.
both maybe get more
That's
reward if
literally
they
what
just
happened.
don't
That's so
kill each
funny.
other.
Wait,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They should still learn to kill each
be...
other, though, if it were easy enough for them to learn to do so.
Right. So remove the shit in the middle, so they can actually shoot each other.
I mean, I wonder, is there some reason they're not moving more?
Yeah,
It's just easier to learn
actively,
this strategy to not run into stuff.
They are actively moving against the recoil.
I mean, that's a legit policy, though, at the very least.
But here's my question: why are they firing in the same direction?
Yeah, that's
Because
a good
they're
question.
because they have the same policy, dude.
Wait a second. If they both have the same policy, then are they going to have mirrored actions?
Not necessarily, but if
Different
they
observations, right?
determinize, then this can happen. Yeah, it's ops conditional.
I still think it's suspicious that they happen to be the same exact direction.
It's just they learned they just learned an unconditioned policy, is all. I wonder if they ever figured out to shoot each other.
You could probably add like a fairly simple aim reward of like when you're facing the enemy.
Yep.
Well, they get a reward for hitting the enemy. Maybe not
Maybe
enough.
that's too far away. Maybe that's too hard, or maybe it's not weighted enough.
But we definitely
Yeah,
got
they said-
something here, right?
Yeah, I mean it's avoiding
you're trying to
self-death.
do a thing, yes.
Now the thing is, like, I think that you honestly, if you got a little scripted one, it wouldn't be that hard to like make a scripted bot that just like tries to run at the opponent and shoot at them, right?
Are they running on like some type of visual like limit, or are they have full
No.
observability?
They're full observability, but for the scripted bots, you just ignore that and use create game state. So like I think that if you were to run a sweep, you should run a sweep against a scripted bot so that you can get, because otherwise like you end up with the self-play issues. Here, let's run this. I'll go screenshot for.
I mean, I think when he first came up with this env, I was encouraging at least having a bot that just like shoots at the enemy or shoots at like your agent.
Are they actually hit each other?
Kind of.
They're
Maybe?
bouncing at the exact angle to hit each other.
I wish there was like a health score counter somewhere.
Yeah, the problem is it's just one and done, one death and it's over.
Is this resetting every time? Or are they
Yeah,
just not
said
hitting
they're-
each other?
They might be hitting each other, but they're resisting. Their little thrusters are against the direction that they're being pushed. That's what those rectangles are behind them.
I don't think they're being hit if it's one hit kill.
No. The kill is if they touch the red. Anything touching red.
Oh, that's right.
Is
It's,
a
you have to
loss.
push them into the wall, not
Yeah,
get hit by the projectile.
Yes, you have
Yeah.
to push the other one into the wall.
Could we make the bullets push them a lot harder than they currently are, so it's more difficult to resist being knocked around? Like, I don't know. That's not really proper physics.
Well, the
but-
answer is yes, and what they ought to do then is do what we saw them doing before, where they're firing all on different sides.
I mean, it kind of seems like if there's a reward for hitting and there's a reward for shooting, there isn't a way a reward just for prolonging the episode for both agents.
There
You're
we
saying
go.
there is a way to reward episode prolongation.
Well,
In that case, wouldn't you you typically add like a negative value to the reward so it doesn't like
Hey,
prolong the
welcome.
episodes? Hi everyone.
Good to
Hello.
see you. You
Person.
are on stream, by the way. Just letting
How's-
people know who are here.
Oh, on Twitter.
Yeah,
Oh,
Twitter,
no, I'm
YouTube,
going
and
back home.
Twitch. Say hi,
Yep,
YouTube. Dude, we just have, what is it? We got like 5 people
Oh, hi,
watching this
YouTube.
at the moment. Speaking of which, people, please do start PufferLib.
Oh,
It helps
okay.
a lot. Yeah, no, Tristan, what we're doing
Sure.
is we are, we've been trying to fix this environment that I just put this graphic in the chat for. And we got it to do kind of something. Unfortunately, the settings that now work, it's very slow. So we got to fix that, but we're going to have this like physics-based arena shooter that Captain made. I tried to get this thing working well.
Oh. I see.
But my
Yeah, so
intuition
what I was
is-
saying for the what
Go ahead.
go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna just say like if you want to stop the episodes not being so long, you could add a negative reward of like -1 every time you step. So like in the long run, taking tasks that wouldn't end the environment would cause your reward to be negative. Although you have to scale the negative reward well though. It can be the agents might become too scared to take an action.
If they always get a -0.1, I don't think that does anything. I thought that you'd have to do
Yeah,
well, I have to think about
I
it. I
mean,
don't know. It
Yeah,
depends how
it
you
does.
handle terminals.
my concern is that
Yeah.
maybe the like cumulative reward is much higher just for shooting
Yeah.
than for actually like eliminating the other
I think that's
agent.
probably along the right train of thought.
Oh, it probably is. It's also just easier to learn. So I mean, I can lower this. I could definitely lower this, but I think that you're gonna get the most out of just having a scripted opponent to use initially, and then that'll let you tune this thing, and then you'll probably be able to go from there decently well. I also think we should probably just add like a box blur onto this or something at some point, add some sort of a shader. Actually, you can probably copy a lot of what I did with the MOBA shader, to be fair. Like,
I might be able to help with that. I
sure.
don't have a lot of Raylib experience, but I do have experience with 2D graphics and
Well, I did this for the MOBA. Find it.
Oh yeah, make it
So like,
make it look nice. Space so could appreciate that.
so like here, this is the MOBA, and you see I added like this shader on the edge of this, like the edge of the tiles. It changes color. It like slowly, like it breathes over time. It's
Yeah.
got like this transitions. This is just a shader, and it's open source as part of the MOBA.
nice.
MOBA's fun, but it makes me want to play League, so I'm not allowed to even play my own MOBA too much.
League.
It's okay. I have I literally, it's impossible because I don't have a Windows install. We're safe for now.
He's safe. He's safe.
Wood League is safe.
What a chat.
Dude, I don't even. They need to make a new rank for me, okay? Like Iron is too
They
hard.
do. Yeah. Just don't. It's not worth it.
Let's see what this has done in the meantime. I left it running.
Their rewards are like identical, by the way. Drone 0 and drone 1 have basically
They
identical
should be.
rewards.
But this is still going up. It's pretty well done though. Minimal pathfinding in C.
I could maybe also help with fast. Oh, looks like you got it.
Assume is fixed.
I mean, with the obstacles for that map in the screenshot there, I think you could just move in the direction of the opponent and then like look a few tiles ahead. I don't think you would need anything too complicated to path around
You could
that.
probably do
Yeah.
something simple. So I did something really kind of cool with the MOBA. Because like the MOBA is a good example of an end that you actually have to get a little bit clever on if you want it to be fast. Because like if you look at a MOBA, you see all these puffers here?
Sure.
Like each of these is pathing, right, in real time. And then all these guys, they will follow me if I like smack them,
Draw aggro.
right? Like
Ah, they're getting in.
they'll aggro me and they'll path. And some of these obstacles are thinner than they look, but like they will path around here, right? Like they follow me and stuff. And they do this, their pathing is O of 1.
Where's your tower? Your tower's not gonna shoot them.
I don't know if towers shoot neutrals. I don't think
don't
they
know
do
either.
because neutrals don't attack towers. So, but yeah, so this is. It's funny.
Is it table based?
Yeah. So the way it works is we cut the grid up into 128 by 128 cells, and we pre-compute all paths from like all cells to all cells. So we literally pre-compute or cache at least 250 megabytes of pathing data, but then it's literally just an array lookup to compute
Makes
your path.
sense.
I thought that was kind of cool. There's a little
Yeah.
demo of it as well. Let me see. There's like a real-time demo of it. Is there a way to search your own posts? I mean,
Maybe. I don't think it's designed for.
oh, here it is. It's a GIF? No. Oh, yeah, here it is. This GIF. Isn't that cool? So it computes vectors from every position, you see? So this is real time, just me dragging it around. And it computes, because it's all just cached.
It's wild.
That definitely makes sense if you're going for as much speed as possible and trading some memory for that.
$8.5 reward. Did that go up?
Yeah, it has been going up.
Oh, wait,
slowly.
hold on. Did it just figure something out?
I don't know. We'd have to wait and
We
see.
have to wait and see. That looks like a spike. Maybe not.
I don't know.
I think it looks the same.
I see this little spike at the end and I'm excited, you know?
Come on, Joseph. That's
Too much
really
faith.
a stretch.
I don't know.
It's been flat and noisy for the entire run.
Never mind, it's dead.
Rip.
Well, it did learn this bit here.
It learned how to shoot, yes, and not crash.
Well, it got better over time as well. Like that's not a perfectly flat. It's like a shallow log linear. It's like
It doesn't have access to any other rewards, I don't think. So
it did learn to like not shoot itself so much. Okay, I mean that's at least passable to start with though. Scripted, but I think I let Captain do work on this for a couple days before I look at stuff. So it's 7:26, so I'm going to bed soon. But yeah, I go to bed really early these days. But for tomorrow, do you want me to finally full review Enduro Bet, or what do you want to do here?
sure, that's fine.
Okay, so I can full review Enduro whenever I see you on, I suppose. Basically, the stuff I have to do before we really get onto the new